This is jar number 129. And you identify number 7. That is cerebellum. And it lies behind number 6 and 8. 6 is pons and 8 is middle oblongata. This is 129. This one, this is the brain stem, and you can see behind that this is the cerebellum, and this surface of cerebellum you are seeing this is the superior surface of cerebellum, and the cerebellum, if you see, it contains 3 parts. This part on the right side here, much area, is the right cerebellum hemisphere, and this on this left side. Left cerebellum hemisphere. This midline region. Midline region. That's called as vermis. Vermis. So there are 3 parts for cerebellum: right and left cerebellum hemisphere and the vermis. The vermis, part of the vermis you are seeing on superior surface. This part here, exactly. This is called as superior vermis. This is part of the vermis you are seeing on the superior surface. And you can see 2 different colors are given there. Because the cerebellum contains 3 parts. This part of cerebellum is colored with the pink color, that is the anterior lobe of cerebellum, and with the blue color, that is the posterior lobe of cerebellum. Posterior lobe of cerebellum. Because anatomically cerebellum is divided into 3 lobes: anterior lobe, mid, so posterior lobe, and flocculonodular lobe. So that is the cerebellum. You see the cerebellum again in this specimen. So you can see this is the front, where you can see the pons and the middle oblongata, and behind you find this is cerebellum. Okay, you can see from side. So this is the cerebellum you are seeing from above. So here is the pons on the front, and this is the cerebellum, somewhat oval shaped structure. So this is superior surface of cerebellum you are seeing, and this is the right cerebral hemisphere, the left hemisphere, and this is called as vermis, superior vermis. And you can see the cerebellum contains many fissures. You can see that. This is one of the some big fissure on the superior surface. Its name is primary fissure. You don't know how to identify that. It's primary fissure on the superior surface. It separates the cerebellum into anterior lobe and posterior mid lobe behind. Posterior lobe behind. Okay. So there are many fissures there, you do not identify them. Just to identify right and left cerebral hemisphere and the vermis. If you turn the cerebellum, go to inferior surface now. This is inferior surface of cerebellum. And so again these are the hemispheres. And where is vermis now? This is vermis. Vermis lies in a depression there, lies on the depressed area, and this depressed area is called as vallecula. It lies in that. So this is the vermis, and this part of the vermis you are seeing here is the inferior vermis. Okay, so just identify the vermis and the hemisphere, and the questions can be asked on this. You don't identify different parts of the hemisphere. But hemisphere is divided into some subdivisions. You don't know that. Just identify cerebellum or cerebral hemisphere or vermis. Questions can be asked like what are the arteries supplying it, or name the nuclei present in it, or name the 2 afferents of it, name the 2 efferents of it. Questions can be asked. Okay. So you are familiar with this type of specimens, right? This is the pons, and this is the middle oblongata, and behind this is cerebellum. And between cerebellum and these 2 two parts of brain stem. You can see one cavity. The cavity is called as fourth ventricle. And the section has gone through the center of the cerebellum. That means the section has gone through the vermis of the cerebellum. This is the vermis. And you can see these are the fissures. Many fissures are there. What they do is they divide the vermis into many parts called segments. You don't have to identify these parts of the vermis there. Just this is the vermis. This is called vermis. Metal is called vermis. Metal is called vermis. So nothing much you have to identify in the cerebellum. Just say that you have to identify the cerebral hemispheres and vermis. So again we go back to the next picture. One picture. Specimen 139. You see the cerebellum number 7. You can see it lies below the posterior part of cerebrum. This part of cerebrum, this posterior part of cerebrum, is called as occipital lobe of cerebrum. So cerebellum lies below the occipital lobe of cerebrum, but between these two structures, you find a structure there. That's called as tentorium cerebelli. It forms like a tent over cerebellum. That's why tentorium cerebelli. Okay, it lies between these two. So you are going to identify tentorium cerebelli next classes, next lab. Okay, so that lies between these two. Next structure you are going to see is number 4. That is diencephalon, that area. It's above the midbrain. You know, it's number 5 is midbrain. Just above midbrain is number 4. That's diencephalon. It's on the medial surface of the cerebral hemisphere. You cannot see from the outside. When you separate two cerebral hemispheres, then on the medial side you can see this diencephalon. This is one half of the cerebrum. Cerebral hemisphere is left side, left cerebral hemisphere, and you can see the brain stem and cerebellum on there. Now this is the midbrain. This area is the midbrain, and you know this is corpus callosum. And above the midbrain, on the medial surface of cerebral hemisphere, this entire area, that is diencephalon. Now in this you are identified mainly two parts of diencephalon. You know, diencephalon contains 5 parts. Among these 5 parts, you identify thalamus and hypothalamus. So this structure here, somewhat oval-shaped structure. You can see this oval-shaped here. This entire area. This is called as thalamus. This is the largest part of the diencephalon. This is thalamus. Below and in front of thalamus, here this one, somewhat triangle-shaped area is there. This is the hypothalamus. This is the hypothalamus. So thalamus is above, below is the hypothalamus. These two you are identified. Okay. So now I will show the same structures in the specimen. Okay, this is the medial surface of left cerebrum. Left cerebrum. This is the corpus callosum. And this is the cut end of the midbrain. It's a midbrain. You can see it's a cut here. It's cut, midbrain. Okay. Above the midbrain, this entire area. This is diencephalon. Okay, in this diencephalon, you can see this oval-shaped area. You can make out this one. This oval shape. You can see the upper surface of the oval-shaped structure. This one. So this is the thalamus. Okay, this is thalamus, and if you see thalamus, this is the anterior end of thalamus. You can see a fin there. It's the anterior end of thalamus, and if you go back here behind, it's the posterior end of thalamus. Behind, posterior end of thalamus, and this surface you are seeing here, this surface of thalamus you are seeing, it is facing toward the midline, the medial surface of thalamus. And this surface of top here, this surface, this is the superior surface of thalamus. You can see only superior surface and medial surface. And still there are 2 other surfaces, that is one inferior surface and lateral surface. Those you cannot see. You can see superior surface and you can see medial surface of thalamus. I said this is the anterior end of thalamus. This is the anterior end of thalamus. Just in front of anterior, you can see one opening there. This opening. If it was anything, this opening, it will enter the lateral ventricle, which is a cavity inside the cerebrum. So this opening is called as interventricular foramen, also called as foramen of Monro. Interventricular foramen. You are going to identify this again when you are studying the ventricle to the brain, the next lab. Okay. So this is the interventricular foramen. It just lies in front of the thalamus. The anterior end of the thalamus forms the posterior boundary of the foramen. So behind the interventricular foramen, thalamus is there. Okay, next this is the thalamus, and next this area. This area. So this area is called as hypothalamus. It's not that clear. Its lower boundary is not that clear. It's damaged. So this entire area is the hypothalamus. It's below and in front of thalamus. This hypothalamus. And you can see this this round thing there. This one. Big one round over there. Something called a mammillary body. Okay. You don't have eye that structure. Just you are saying hypothalamus. This one. This hypothalamus. Its lower boundary is not that clear. This triangle area is the hypothalamus. It's below the thalamus. So in both hypothalamus and thalamus, I'll show you one more. This again the medial surface of cerebrum. You can see the opening here. That's called interventricular foramen. So behind that, this entire structure here, this whole thing, this whole structure here, that's thalamus. The surface of thalamus you are seeing now, it's been here, that's the medial surface of thalamus. Okay, and this is the posterior end of thalamus here, down here. You see that? That's the posterior end of thalamus. It lies about the superior colliculus of the midbrain. So this is midbrain, this is midbrain. It lies just above that. Behind the midbrain there are collicular layer there, it's superior colliculus, inferior colliculus. So posterior thalamus is just above the superior colliculus of the midbrain. This is posterior thalamus. And here is the anterior thalamus, just behind the foramen. The anterior thalamus. And this area is been here now. Area below the thalamus, hypothalamus. Hypothalamus. Okay. It's about triangular shape area. Its lower boundary is not that clear, that it's not that. Okay. Hypothalamus. So questions can be asked on the thalamus, like many relations will be asked. Okay. What's related to superior surface, what's related to medial surface, lateral surface, inferior surface. Or name the cavity related to superior surface, third ventricle. Name the cavity related to the superior surface. It's the lateral ventricle, exactly central part of the lateral ventricle. So like that, questions can be asked on relations of thalamus. And again, there are many nuclei in thalamus. You don't know some nuclei, at least one or two can be asked in the lab exam also. Maybe 2 nuclei of this structure. Whether it's the function or whether it's connection, something like that. Okay? On this thalamus. So now if you go back to the 139 picture, like specimen, number 4 now. Number 4, actually it's diencephalon. Now we know the parts of diencephalon. So number 4 exactly now, that is thalamus. That is thalamus. What is hypothalamus? Hypothalamus is here. Since the number 5 is midbrain, so this is 4 is this much area is the thalamus. Here is the posterior end of thalamus here. This is the thalamus. This is the hypothalamus. This is somewhat triangular area. This is hypothalamus. Everything pin here. This is hypothalamus. This thalamus you can identify if you take a section of the horizontal section of brain. If you cut the brain like this, if you cut the brain this way here, horizontal section, we can identify thalamus. See the specimen 137. This is the horizontal section of cerebrum. This is the anterior end of the cerebrum here. This is the posterior end here. And this is the right and left cerebral hemispheres. And you can see number 6 labeled here. Not with the green boundary there. That is the thalamus. On the inside is not labeled. This is called thalamus. On the right side, thalamus on the left side. Between the two, you can see a cavity there. The gap is the middle, isn't it? The gap. What is the gap called as? The gap is. What is the gap?
Third ventricle or fourth ventricle.
It's between the two thalamus, right? Between two thalamus. That's third ventricle. And you can see this one. If you go lateral to thalamus, this is lateral to thalamus, here is the medial surface of thalamus. Lateral to thalamus, you can see this one. This is the label 14, 13 on that, isn't it? This entire thing is called as internal capsule. It's somewhat V-shaped. It has many parts. This part of the V, which is labeled 13 there, exactly this part is posterior limb of the internal capsule. So lateral to thalamus, you find posterior limb of internal capsule. And 14 is anterior internal capsule. Similar specimen you can see here, 136 is there. It's only one half of cerebrum now. Right half cerebrum. The anterior, posterior, the medial side, midline. And you can see it's labeled 4. Color with blue color. That is thalamus. And lateral thalamus, you can see the yellow color structure here, labeled 7, 8, 9. That is the V-shaped area, that's the internal capsule. And exactly 9 is the posterior limb of internal capsule. The rest about the thalamus. Next is the basal nuclei. You know, basal nuclei is inside the white matter of the cerebrum, right? White matter of cerebrum. Mass of gray matter inside the white matter of cerebrum. Mainly there are 4 parts: caudate nucleus, lentiform nucleus, amygdaloid nucleus, and claustrum. These are the main 4 parts of the basal nuclei which are inside the white matter of cerebrum. So now we can identify some parts here. You see the internal capsule. Lateral to internal capsule. You can see the structure. It's labeled 2 and 3 there. Somewhat lens shape. The entire thing is entire thing is called as lentiform nucleus. Lens shape. It has 2 parts. The medial part labeled 2 there is the globus pallidus. And the lateral part labeled 3 there, outer part, is called putamen. Putamen is 3, 2 is globus pallidus, entire thing is lentiform nucleus. Lateral to lentiform nucleus, you see one line is there, a thin layer of gray matter labeled 5 there. 5. That's called as claustrum. Claustrum, label 5. Between lentiform nucleus and claustrum, you can see a thin amount of white matter is there. It's not labeled there. It's a thin gap there, and one gap is there. Between 2 masses of gray matter. Between 3 and 5, you can see. That part of the white matter is called as external capsule. So this is the internal capsule, 7 and 9. It's not labeled there. External capsule. And after the 5, this part of white matter here is not again not labeled. After 5, that's called as extreme capsule. And number 14 is labeled there. That is a part of the cerebral cortex, which is hidden inside of sulcus there, lateral sulcus. Number 14 is insula. Insula. Cortex of the insula or insula. That's number 14. Next, there are 2 more parts. Amygdaloid nucleus you cannot see. And one more thing is the caudate nucleus. The caudate nucleus is about C-shaped. It has 3 parts. Head, which is very broad, then becomes narrow called as body, then becomes tail. The head of the caudate nucleus lies in front of thalamus. The body of caudate nucleus lies above thalamus. Okay? These are very close to thalamus. So if you cut the thalamus, if you take a horizontal section of cerebrum, thalamus comes in front of thalamus. You also can see head of the caudate nucleus. So in this section here, this is thalamus. In front of thalamus is labeled 1 here. labeled one, that is the head of the caudate nucleus. Head of the caudate nucleus. Okay. So between the head of the caudate nucleus and the left nucleus, this part of the internal capsule is number 7 there. That is anterior limb of internal capsule. Anterior limb of internal capsule. Okay. In front of the thalamus, that's head of the caudate nucleus. And this is length of nucleus. Number 7 there. Length of nucleus. So we have one more specimen here. This is a medial surface of cerebrum, and here this is the thalamus. This structure, thalamus, and you can see the cavity there. This cavity. It's a cavity which is inside the cerebral hemisphere. That's lateral ventricle. Lateral ventricle. It has many parts. This anterior-most part of lateral ventricle here. This one. This much part. It's called anterior horn of lateral ventricle. Anterior horn. Next part here. From here till here. This one. This part is above thalamus. This part of lateral ventricle lies above thalamus. It's related to superior surface of thalamus. This is called as central part of lateral ventricle or body of lateral ventricle. So caudate nucleus, it lies in the floor of the anterior horn and floor of the central part. The part of the caudate nucleus lies in here. Here, one big bulging will be there. One elevation will be there. Elevation. I think you cannot see clearly on the screen there. If you come here, you can see clearly later. So in the anterior horn, you find one elevation there, down here, anterior horn. That elevation, that bulging is called as head of the caudate nucleus. Head of the caudate nucleus. It lies in front of the thalamus. So this head of the caudate nucleus is the largest part of the caudate nucleus. It lies in the anterior horn. It lies in the floor of the anterior horn of lateral ventricle. Anterior horn of lateral ventricle. Okay. If this part is pinned here, it's pinned here. The pin mark you can see there. Pin last. If it's pin, I give the pin part of the cavity. Question is, you are saying it is the anterior horn of lateral ventricle. So the question is, I give the pin mass of gray matter. Then it's the head of the caudate nucleus. Mass of gray matter. Caudate nucleus. Okay. That's all. There are some more. We will see some slides today. Slides from sections of the spinal cord and cerebellum. There are 3-4 slides are there. Slide number 30, 32, 31, and 33. 30 to 33. These slides get sections of spinal cord at different levels. You don't identify which level is that. Just you identify that is spinal cord. And spinal cord you identify the